Hey Media Leaders, this is Josh Oakes with MediaLeaders.com. I want to show you in this video how to use Eventbrite in a somewhat of a unique manner. So here's what we're going to do. We help Santa Monica Airport to be more family friendly. You can put your kids in a real airplane. So this is what's unique, and I like this because I love to control the experience. We have this family-friendly event that happens here. It's kind of cool. You click the Register Today button, and it scrolls you down essentially to this part down here that says Select a Date. Now, we're going to use Eventbrite to do this. I'm not saying Eventbrite is the only solution out there. It seems to be the one that seems to be the easiest to set up, and I figured out a way to control the experience. What do you mean, Josh? Well, let's say we wanted to select a date on May 2nd. See, this is embedded in our site, so we're controlling the experience. Let's say we wanted to do let's say just register as a family. Click the registration button, right? So this is embedded, it's easy. I made it yellow so people can't lose it because sometimes people have a lot of questions. So we're gonna go over and register. If you wanna see, so let's put all this information in. What's your home zip code? Let's go ahead and let's do 9400. It's not actually my home zip code, but Santa Monica. How many kids do you want to bring? I want to bring 18. No, 1. And then how'd you hear about the event? Let's go hi, right? Now, people would normally fill out their stuff, but watch this. When we complete the registration, normally it takes us over to Eventbrite. But look at this. What? Now we're back on the original site that we own and operate, and it says you're registered. How did you do that? Woohoo! Well, my friends, that's what I want to show you, how to turn Eventbrite into something that works on your site. You see, what I did is I created a drop-down and did some fancy stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at how I did that. First, I feel like we should cue the music. First, we're going to go over to Eventbrite, My Events. We're going to make a new event. But guess what? We've already got the event kind of figured out. It's called the American Heroes Air Show. It's in WordPress. We've already saved the draft, and we're going to show you a preview of it. Let's go ahead and view this post. Let's take a peek. This is really cool. We're starting a new brand called Visit Your Airport, and we're helping airports nationwide to be more family friendly. This American Heroes Air Show helps 3 to 4, actually about 6,000 kids learn about helicopters. Parents and teachers, put your kids in a real helicopter. Neat, right? And we're going to put a registration box probably right around here. So you're going to watch me in the next few minutes, probably the next 15 minutes, build out this page so that it looks a little bit more like our friends over here, right, with this registration box. All right, so let's get to it. We got a lot of stuff to do. So we're going to go over here. We're going to use our, I love PCs because it's really easy to use this left and right thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw some stuff in here. I want to emulate the Santa Monica Airport one, which I showed you. And the first things I want to do is you've got to create, and this might not work on your site, but you've got to create something that does this. When you click on that thing, it automatically, so if I do field trip hashtag registered, it throws this down, it moves everything down, and it unlocks the accordion. Right? That's key number 1. You know, I'm a magician teaching you some of the magic and how unmagical it is, right? When you click on this, look fast, it goes whoop, moves everything down. Okay, that's neat, Josh. But how did you get people back to this site? Well, I'm about to show you. Okay, this is my friend Devora. I was just on the phone with her. She's a social media safety person. So ignore that. There she is. I wasn't even looking at that. Okay, so we're looking at the back end of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the Santa Monica Airport, and we are going to grab some of this because that's important. So here we are putting our kid in a real airplane at the Santa Monica Airport, and you see this spoiler, this A name registered. What does A name mean? A name means whenever people land on hashtag registered. Remember what I told you about hashtag registered? It scrolls them down. Look, whenever you go hashtag registered, it scrolls them down. What happens? Do you have other hashtags, Josh? A names? Yeah, hashtag RSVP scrolls them down to the RSVP. Now, I used to do a lot of event registration, so I have this built into most of my pages. Hashtag. So the A name means, hey, if there's a hashtag and then this word after it, scroll them down to this. And what that does is it hides all the header stuff. It scrolls them down to what you want them to see, which is right there. So we're going to go grab a name registered, and we're going to throw this in. You're registered, please share this event. And then it's a spoiler from there. Control C, we're going to throw it in here. Now I'm hoping, my friends, that I have this, this is a plugin that I use called FSB Floating Social Bar, and I'll make sure that that plugin is installed. So there's step number 1, and let's go take a look at that. We're saving. Okay, so I've gone over here to American Heroes Air Show, and we're trying to build, see that bar? It doesn't, you don't have to use a bar like this, but this is one of my tricks. It could be white, it could be hidden, and that would be even better, but for right now, this is all I have. So I click on it, and ta-da! Now, that shortcode doesn't work because I haven't engaged that plugin. We're gonna go do that. I'll be right back after these messages. By the way, I just put in a floating social bar, and this is the plugin that we use. It's called Floating Social Bar. We're going to install it right now. This is the one that we usually use. And what it does is it puts a bunch of really cool social media plugins all over your site, and once you engage that, it should, over here, once we clear the cache, it should typically work. Now, I may have to turn a couple other things on, perhaps, but you get the idea. So there we go. Okay, so now at least we've got that engaged. We'll go back and fix it in a few minutes. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to teach you how to use this right now. This is fun video. I scrolled over settings and I went down to floating social bar. You have to grab your Facebook, your Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Now, this is a mom-friendly event. Moms usually make weekend plans for the whole fam. Just seems to be the demo that I've found. And so because now we've enabled all these services, we should be able to empty all the caches and clear that. And then there you go. Boom, 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 boom. You see that? Now, so we've just installed that. There you go. There's a free giveaway right there for you, my friends. If you please thumbs up this video while you're watching right now, because that wasn't something I was planning on teaching you how to do. But now, if we're going to go ahead and publicize this here in a minute, if we did this and we put a hashtag RS registered, it should eventually, boom, look at that. You're registered, please share the buttons below. And I'm not sure why that didn't work, but it will. Once we publicize this, you won't see all this junk right here, and all the plugins will work properly. Sometimes in preview mode, plugins don't like to work all the time. Okay, so that's step 1. We put in that stuff there, right? That's neat. Cool, Josh, good work. Okay, thank you. Next step is go over to Eventbrite. Now, where is Eventbrite on my page? It's over here somewhere. All right, here's Eventbrite. Okay, so find your next experience. I've got an account. You can make an account. You go to your events, right? You could create an event up there. I'm going to go to my events. I'm going to show you. We've got a Santa Monica Airport event. We've got movie screening and so on. All right, so let's go ahead and create an event. You can do that up here in the upper right, like I just showed you. And we're going to give it a title. So let's go ahead and use our little fun thing over there. American Hero Air Show and in Los Angeles. Okay, boom. A short, distinct name. And then where is it held? We're going to go grab some of this About Us stuff that Anastasia did a great job putting together. Hansen Dam Recreational Area. Boom. And when you put this here, it'll come up usually with some suggestions or use past event or location. Sometimes it has that in there. Like we can put the address in here, Hansen Dam. Sometimes we can do that. Hansen Dam Recreation Center, see that? Instead of recreation area, Foothill Boulevard. What we'll do is we'll probably find the actual address. Yeah, that's really close. So Recreation Center. We're really close. We can change this eventually, but that's 117. So what I'm probably going to do is recommend to my team that we add that in. We should really put the address because we should put that in there. It's actually better for SEO also when someone is looking for something to give them that. So let's go down to the address here real quick and just add that in here real quick. Okay, we just added that in and it'll show up here in just a moment. So let's go back over to this. You see the address right there. Okay, I need to put a space in there. All right, so let's jump over to Eventbrite one more time and let's go up here to the right. Let's put in some of this information. We've got address 2. That's all great. Now the start date, very easy. You guys know how to do this. It's June 20th. right? And Anastasia, the time is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So there we go, 10 a.m. To 4 p.m. Same date. You know, this is all easy. But the nice thing about this is it sends people alerts and it puts all this data in there. You only need to put it in really once. Yeah, we put it in over here, but we also do this and it gets discovered in the Eventbrite system. You can create an event image, and I'm going to have Anastasia from my office take one of these images and she's going to put it in there, maybe that. And we're probably going to use this one as the header, and we'll talk to you about that in a sec. And then I carefully wrote this. I always put my demographic right in there. Parents and teachers. And then put your perceived value right up front, my friends. Put your kids in a real helicopter and let them meet the pilots that fly these amazing machines. That is perceived value. You cannot get that anywhere else. People are going to flock to this. I truly promise you. How do I know that? Because we have another event that I'll show you that has 95 RSVPs from just this weekend. Okay, look at that. That's cool. And then we're also going to put the American Heroes Air Show, one of their kind of goal and their about us. Boom. Boom, right? That's neat. Parents and teachers. So that's awesome. Another thing I'm going to do here, one of the little tricks I have, is I always link back to the site, visit your airport. And what we're going to do is we're going to publicize this now, because sooner than later, we are going to go over and publicize this, the actual American Heroes. Now, the reason we're going to do that is American Hero Air Show Los Angeles. I could also do... how about we do Los Angeles 2015, because we're going to do this with them probably a few years in a row. We're going to publish this. I don't like the word categories. We'll fix that in the future. We'll fix it. Well, we're going to set the featured image here probably in the next few minutes. Publish it. Now, what we're going to be able to do is go to visit your airport. We'll have a featured image here. Anastasia, can you grab a featured image and throw it somewhere and send it to me while I'm working on this? Find the best image that's square. And then while we're working on that, she's going to pull that. And then what we're going to do is, now that we have this visible and it'll look beautiful up there, do you see how we have a good link? We need a good link, because what we're going to do is we're going to click back over here and we're going to say register here for the American Hero Air Show. It's actually Heroes Air Show, right? And then what we could do is link to this. And I always like to link back so people know that they can visit and learn more back on our website. Okay, so insert, great. Another thing that we could probably do is sometimes I put a big registration button. We're definitely going to do that over here. But for the time being, who's hosting this? We're going to pick a host that is visityourairport.com. We host family-friendly events at airports around the country. We believe every child should meet a pilot. Cool. Include links? Nope. Reserve seating? Nope. Create the tickets. Let's create a free ticket. Let's do free parent registration. Bring no kid registration needed. Okay, and then the quantity available, I like to make it 300. I like to make these free. Great, and there we go. It's a public page. Select your type of event. Now, another little SEO trick or inbound marketing trick is some people go, oh, well, I want this to look fun. I want it to say party or social gathering so that fun people will come too. No, our demo are parents and teachers. Parents and teachers are more likely to search or find fun things on camp, trip, or retreat. So I'm going to pick that because I'm targeting them over here. Okay, so that's just another tip. Event topic, we're going to go find one of these as well. Auto, boat, and air, that's probably the topic, right? There's probably some other ones in here as well. Science and technology might even be better. To be honest with you, let's put science and technology, because it is a topic of auto, boat, and air, but the kids are going to learn science and technology. Let's just put auto, boat, and air. I'm torn, because I know this is what's going to attract them. Let's do that. Subtopic could actually auto, boat, and air. Let's do that. See, I'm always learning. Air, done, cool. All right, and we're not going to do that. Let's make our event live. I'm going to show you a little tactical tip here in a second. Now, Josh, why did you put this box up there? Normally I put it down here and it's cool, but we're going to put some live tweets that people said about this in the past, and we want that to load in first because sometimes the live tweets load in last. What do you mean? Well, if I were to sometimes see all these tweets I put, moms go, whoa, other moms are tweeting this way about this? Cool. And we embed them. But sometimes when we put it down to the bottom, all this stuff had to load. And when it went to the bottom, it would load and then everything would shift and it would go boink. And you'd be sitting right here and you didn't know that you were actually registered. It would do the opposite. It was just weird. So I put it at the top as just a little trick, right? Now the next thing I want to do, and this is really the only reason I'm showing you this, is you can send invite emails. I don't really care about all of that. What I want is the order confirmation. Now this is the trick, my friends. Default reply to email address, sure, make that me. A message to be displayed on the PDF tickets. You know, we could put more information. Parking, probably transportation. Parking is located. Anastasia did a great job to doing that. Boom, that's text. American Heroes Air Show logo. We're probably just going to put that. Awesome. Now this is the trick. Pay attention to this. This is probably where the whole video, and I'm sorry we're 15 minutes in. Message to be displayed on the confirmation webpage. The confirmation webpage is, I know I'm old school, but this is the most important thing because we don't want to stay in Eventbrite. We want to come back to what we own. There's only two things you own in this world. You own in the online world. You own your website. And by the way, we're going to change the spelling of this just a little bit to American Heroes. So let's go over here to edit page. You own your website and you own the opportunity to email those that have opted in your website. So hero. So we just need to add, we had a little bit of just an American Heroes Air Show update. We're going to go back over to the front page. Now watch this little trick. This is where it gets really good. It takes a lot of little work to get to where we're at, but American Heroes. Now remember that little registered trick, hashtag registered? When you click on it, it goes, you're registered, please tweet this, and it's tweeting this page to other people. Grab that, Control C. I always test things. Instead of the see you at the event, look at this. Redirect users to your own web page once the order is processed. Clear all the text below and enter your website, including the HTTP. Control A, delete. Control V, save. Now we got a couple things. This is kind of cool. Let's go ahead and go to the next step and let's put the registration thing on there. So part of the extensions, one more thing I want you to consider doing is get on your order form, get each attendee. I want you to, what does that mean, Josh? Buyer, well, if you buy something, it would only collect the email address of one person that's bringing 10 people, one email. I want you to grab the email address of each attendee. So we're going to grab the first name, the last name, their email. I don't want their home address, and I'm not being creepy like that. Their age, their birth date. We don't want that. What we're going to do is we're going to create a question here real quick. The question is, what is your home? Well, let's do what is your home city? That's fine. And it's not going to be, it's just going to be that. Show the question for specific types. Nope, we're going to do it for all of them. Save, and then we're going to do one more. What is your home zip code? Do you remember that other one we had for this over here? We did this. In fact, let's go look at how I did this. I carefully thought this through. We're going to do for each attendee, and we're going to go over here. What is your home zip code? What is your home city? We want the email address, and it is required. So we're going to add something here that is, what is your home city? Or what is home? Let's just put home zip code. Boom, home zip code. Okay, and then that is a text. All right, perfect. Save. And it'll require that of everybody. How many kids do you want to bring? We can do that as well, because that's always a great thing. It looks really legit, and it helps us really to gauge how many kids do you want to bring in your group, right? A little confusing, but we're going to do check boxes. We're going to do a drop down, and it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, and add another 4, and then let's do 5 plus. 5 plus. Okay, great. We'll remove that. Add conditional sub questions. Nope, I think we're good. and boom. And then how did you hear about this event? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and add that. That really helps us out because how did you hear about this event? Was it a specific website? Boom, text, great, save. Okay, now you can change if this is required or not. We're going to make them all required because this is a free event. It's really great. Registration, instructions, message display after ticket sales end. That means if they wait for more than 15 minutes right here. Okay, allow attendees to edit their stuff, accept refund requests, sure. Okay, now I'm going over to widgets over here, all right? See the widgets area? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go grab this ticket form. The ticket form is what we have right here. This is a ticket form, okay? You can do a button, text link. Josh, why would you do that? Because you want to give people all the information you can give them right there. I like to give everybody every option they can. Here's the ticket form. Free parent registration, no child registration needed. Boom. Now I could change that in the future. I could say bring up to 5 kids or bring as many kids as you want. That's probably what we'll do. Register. We could put free parent registration, register each parent, and bring as many kids as you want. And then what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to this. Put your kid in a real plane. We're going to go grab the Eventbrite. Boom. Right. Hold on one sec. Let's go grab the Eventbrite. Here it is. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to take this divider flat RSVP. I'm going to steal some of this code that we used in the past, and I'll show you why. SU note and row, boom, Control C. Let's go throw it over here to this one. If you're ready, edit the post, boom. Well, this is a long video, my friends, but by the end of this, you're going to be ready. Let's put it at the bottom, and you know what? We'll put it right there. Now, this is the wrong code, but all we have to do is change this little tiny digit. I'll show you why. Let's change this little tiny digit. Boom. It'll be too big, but you'll get the idea. And that's because you could put all this code in there, but I've made a few changes, which really is kind of helps us out in the long run. I'm always tweaking things. Okay, so let's click RSVP and press enter, and it should, if things go right. There we go. Oh, sorry, it did that. Yeah, it was working. Okay, see how it's all here? And then I also have an instruction video. Hey, here's how you do it. Select a date, but I'll probably take the instruction video out because we don't need instructions for this one because, yeah, SU spoiler. So I could probably take out don't know how to register, and we could probably do that in the future, but we don't need it now. So I'll just go grab it from that site later. Okay, hopefully this is making sense. Update, awesome. So now free. And I can make that smaller too, but the hashtag RSVP, see how it took us down here? Whoa, that's nice. Now, why is the orange so big, or the yellow? Well, if we add other registration things or so on, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go register for this event. Why not? Let's go 1, let's register. Anastasia's going to give me some pictures. We don't need them right now. You sent them, awesome. What's your home city? Let's do Santa Monica. Home zip code 91000. Sure, why not? How many kids you want to bring? Let's bring 1. How'd you hear about this event? Josh is cool. I don't know, whatever. You get the idea. Complete your registration. Now what happens? Cross your fingers. Ta-da! Did you see that? It only took me 23 minutes and 26 seconds to do this. You're registered. Now, I don't know why it's not showing up the actual all of the share buttons. I can't tell you that right now. I probably have to clear the cache or something. Maybe that's they did show up. Duh. Maybe I just had to clear the cache, but did you see how that works? That was kind of cool, right? Boom, hashtag registered. Registered. And that's pretty important that works. Maybe it's just slow to load. Maybe I need a CDN. Maybe it's because I'm logged in. Let's go hashtag registered, Control C. Let's just do it in new incognito. All right, I know I'm getting really techie and nerdy, but boom, it works pretty well here. Okay, that was faster. Maybe it's because I'm logged in, but there you go. It shows it to you. It could be because It could be because it's showing at the top and it's showing at the bottom. And what I would probably recommend is that we turn it off at the top. And there's a way to do that. Edit the page. We can turn off the social media buttons, I believe, somewhere in here. So I don't want to check this box hides the social media the bar on this page specifically. And I think that's why it was hiding it, because it's doing something funky up here. Let's try this one more time. Clear the cache. There you go. I mean, I think you'll see that eventually it's kind of cool. Okay, there you go, my friends. So that's pretty neat. And that, my friends, is how we did that. We integrated the registration button. You may be saying that is the ugliest color I've ever seen, but you know what? Maybe, but the ugly color gets everybody's eyes, my friends. And that's what it's all. Select your date below to start your registration. So what I'll probably do to start your registration, I will just say start your registration here. Start your registration here. Boom. We'll make the height just a little bit less. You know, you spent a lot of time with me here today. I'm so excited. Hey, if you love this, will you please +1 it while we're watching this, while I'm doing my 275. Roger that. All right, +1 this. Comment below. Let me know what you think of this. Am I a big bozo, or do you really appreciate it? If you say something nice, I'll be forever grateful. It's very nice of you. I know you're thinking about saying something nice. It's really cool. All right, there you go, my friends. So we just cleared the cache. Look how much cleaner that is. You could make it beautiful orange, maybe. Make it Eventbrite orange. The video's fun. I could put the video above here. You know, shout out to Honest Asia, who really took care of a lot of this. She did a great job here. And once again, this will show up eventually when it's, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and... I've just got a little bit of an issue going on with the computer, and it could be perhaps just because I'm logged in, I'm making the everything small. I don't know. I also need to add some more information here. Hashtag registered. Usually that'll work. We've got something going on with the floating. I'll probably remove the floating. I just went back to the floating social bar, and if checked, the social bar will not float. And if checked, Socialite will not load. So I've turned off the floating, and I think that would actually fix this if we were to clear the cache and clear the floating. And the floating just does funky stuff. It does. If you do too many fancy things, things don't work right. Do you see how it appears every time now? And because it used to be when it would scroll by, it would float towards the top, so you always had it up at a bar. I don't think you want that. I mean, people know when they land on this, boom, right? So, Josh, you don't have social media buttons everywhere. No, if people land on this, they either want to do it, you know, or they want to email it to a friend or something, or we got to their inbox via email, and only do they share it when they love it and they've already, right? So there you go. We could also put share buttons below, like don't want to register here, share this, but you know, and so on. All right, my friends. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I'm Josh with MediaLeaders.com. If you really enjoyed this, please consider liking this video and commenting below. Tell me what you liked about it. I love feedback, and I really appreciate all that you've done. Hope you're well. MediaLeaders.com. You know what? There's one more thing you could probably do. Just go subscribe to our newsletter to get helpful tips like this. You get a weekly email with 5 minutes of marketing advice every week. I'm Josh. Thanks so much. Have a